See? That's how Lift works. And you got a cookie. Give the cookie to Garrett.
All that work for a cookie.
That's very nice. Uh-huh. What is it?
It's a cookie.
It's a cookie. All right, welcome back to some more of Golden Sun. We're in the Alpine Peak. We're going to be rearranging quite a few mine carts.
I was like, oh no. Rearranging a few what?
Rearranging a few what? What?
Sentence structure.
And blazing through enemies.
Oh yeah. Okay. I do like...
There's our last little water statue.
I just like the colors.
Oh, it's a very vibrant game. But,
You didn't even introduce them, it just exploded.
Kaboosh! Yeah, but by this point, you've seen them plenty of times.
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to find, like, the nice sweet spot, but really, so long as I cut out the majority of the battle, I'd say that gets the job accomplished.
Yeah.
Because it's like, do
Nothing
I
new.
introduce a new summon? No. Is it a new enemy? No. Bye.
Yeah.
Though I do like how most of them end with just Garrett
explosion.
nuking them.
Yeah.
Yep. Using the volcano spell. Farewell, foul beast. Alright.
Ooh.
If there's a puddle, you can use frost. I will say of like all the RPGs we played so far, like this one has some of my favorite puzzles.
Yeah.
Just using the different elements and mixing around and like so many things you can do, like freezing water and moving pillars and slamming trees to knock over to make a bridge. Mm-hmm. Like it's really cool. My least favorite thing is, I've mentioned this already, the battles in between the puzzles.
Yeah.
It gets really annoying. Random encounters. I'm just trying to think of like if they remade it, like would they just redo the visuals or would they kind of like tweak it a little bit?
See, I like...
Because I have a couple suggestions. Purists won't like them, but I have a couple suggestions.
Wow.
Like the biggest one is get rid of Isaac being a silent protagonist because he's not silent in the sequel. So,
I mean...
transfer that character?
Well, you said he's also not the main character in the sequel.
No.
Is the main character silent?
Yes.
There you go.
That's a bigger problem, though. The main character who's silent in the sequel talks in this one. He has a character.
I don't know.
And all of a sudden
like,
he goes silent. And I'm just
Yeah.
like, huh.
I get what they're doing, though, because it's like the main character is the silent protagonist because you are dictating that character.
It's an old trope, though. Like, we have the technology to make a better character.
Yeah.
We could do that. Or at least, like, give him a bit more of a personality. I don't know. There's just a lot of, like, what do you think? Yes or no? Yes or no? There's a lot of that. And if you cut that down with, like, an actual character interaction, I don't know. I think it would be neat. But again, that's just me.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, because
This game has a cult. I love this game, but through playing it, I'm just like, I could see a couple things that could be fixed.
Well, see, like, my big thing is because they don't talk, right? It's just...
The main character?
Well, no,
Oh, you
like,
mean voice acting?
Yeah.
Right.
Like, it's just like...
There's an official dub, but, well, unofficial dub, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
There's an unofficial dub.
But no, what I
for the
mean
most
with
part, they
that
don't
is,
talk.
like... Okay, so I feel like for, as you say, the purists, they can get personality from that and from the dialogue.
Okay.
I have a hard time doing that. Like, I can't fully understand a personality if they don't. Like, if I can't see their facial expressions, I can't understand whatever language they're talking, and then I just have to read what they said.
Yeah.
Like, my brain does not put personality onto that.
You don't get a personality from reading? Sounds a little... Hold on.
Well, like...
I'm trying to connect the dots, because...
So, like, for this, it's visual.
Yes.
I'm not always reading
Yeah.
everything that's going on. So
I wouldn't recommend it. Sometimes yes, most no.
but like because of that, it's hard for me to put a personality to them.
Okay.
I can get like a vague idea of what they're supposed to be like.
Mm-hmm.
But if you were to ask me right now, like the personality of each of those characters, I don't know that I would be able to do that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Because like they don't have voices. I don't always get to read everything that they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't see facial expressions.
Okay.
So, like, I'm depending on, like, if they have, like, the little angry bubble that pops above their head.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, and so I think if they did a remake, I would rather see them do voice acting.
Okay.
Have them have a voice.
Okay.
Like, you know, of course, the graphics would be different. So
Yeah.
you'd be able to see what their faces are doing.
Mm-hmm.
But I would rather them have a voice.
Okay.
Because I think that is what's going to make their character easier to identify.
Okay. See, whereas, like, voice or not, it's just when you consider that Isaac gets a defined character in the sequel, and I'm just like, well, for one thing, if you're remaking both of them...
But that's what I'm saying, is the sequel like this.
Yes.
It's done the same way.
Yes.
I wouldn't be able to identify that his character was different other than like, oh, he has lines that you read.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, for someone like me, I don't think I'd care, if he talked in one and didn't talk in the other and vice versa, because I can't differentiate it anyway.
Right.
Like, it's difficult for me to see, like, which character is which character sometimes, who's actually talking.
Would it be better if you were playing?
Reading through everything. I don't know.
Because, like, I'm just blazing through and stuff like that, blazing saddles. But I'm not following how you're having trouble in comparison to, like, I Am Setsuna, where we established each of the character, and I Am Setsuna didn't have any voices. Well, they had, like, battle voices.
Yeah.
I just realized she's surfing on a giant turtle.
You can see them. You can see their facial expressions in I Am Setsuna.
Not really.
With the exception of Endir, because he has a mask on. I don't know. It's difficult for me to put personality to them. I don't know why. It's a mix of everything, I guess. So I feel like if it were to be remade,
so it would
purists
be like...
would be upset, yeah. But I feel like for people that have a hard time putting personality with what you're given here...
So it would
might
probably
enjoy
be a
it more.
remake similar to Trials of Mana, to where, like, the original was Super Nintendo sprites, and, like, the remake is, like, full-on 3D model, like, 360 camera angles, all that jazz.
Yeah.
Instead of just, like, a prettier version, it would be, like, from the ground up, remade to a full 3D world.
Yeah.
And, the voice acting, expression, stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting from it.
Yeah. And that, I feel like, would be easier for people to put characters to.
Okay. Interesting. Okay. Giving Isaac Ivan all the tickets. Here, hold this. That becomes a running gag later on because, like, Isaac just has all the shit, and it's just like, here, Ivan, hold this. You got this. Isaac gave it to Ivan. Here, Ivan, hold this. You're the party pack mule.
Aww.
Alrighty. Oh, shit. Now we don't need these. Haha!
Tooloo.
I got the dragon shield, which makes me impervious to fire. Now that we defeated all of the water statues, gonna head on out to Alton. Oh, there we go. The water's gone. But wait. There's one more part of the mines.
just trying to read everything. Ah!
Again, you don't have to. I admit, like, this is one of the ones where I'm more or less blazing through. Because, like, most of it's just like, you check the jar. Is there something there? Nope. Moving on. Because otherwise it's just like, checking the jar. Nothing there. Okay, checking the jar. Because, like, there's a lot of dialogue in this game.
Yeah. Which, again,
both from
I feel like
characters
really
and just from, like,
makes it difficult
interacting
for me
with the world.
to, like, remember who's who, what is going on, because it's like, A, it's being clicked through so quickly. I'm trying to read it, and I don't look at, like, the picture of who's talking.
Okay.
So then I'm like, okay, I don't know who said that. I didn't even get everything that they said. I'm just gonna assume. I don't know. I think...
Check out that dub. That's all I can say.
I think that if this was remade, I would just really like to see voice acting.
Okay.
I think that that would be, because there is so much dialogue, like, to have, instead of these pop-ups with just the face and, like, saying yes or no, to actually have the scene play out and hear them talking. And I think that that would help a lot with, like, building their personalities and being able to understand.
Okay.
For people like me that have a hard time understanding.
It might cut out, like, a lot of the extra fluff. Who knows? I know, there's even every single NPC has, like, mind reading dialogue, because a lot of Let's Players go through and they're just like, oh, this is talking to them and this is reading their mind.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, eh.
Yeah.
Some of them give you, like, nice little clues and tidbits, but for the most part it's just like an extra batch of dialogue to read their inner thoughts, and I'm just like, I don't care.
Yeah.
But that's just me. I'm just like, come on, we got a lot of games to play. Let's get the show on the road. I don't know, just through playing it, like, I still like it, maybe even love it, but, like, the cracks are showing on this playthrough. Like, I'm seeing it and I'm just like, I remember seeing this through rose-tinted glasses, and now it's still enjoyable, but not perfect.
Well, I mean,
it's all about growing up, I guess.
I don't know why I'm, like, moving my head with the tracks, like, yeah, let's go.
Oh, this is a big area. I think it would be nice if, like, the remake also has, like, a mini map.
Yeah.
Some kind of map to be like, you are here.
I think maps, just in general, are so helpful.
Mm-hmm.
With, like, the star, like, you're here. You need to be over here.
Well, that's the thing about random encounters in comparison to, like, on-screen encounters, is, like, when a random encounter flashes and you go through a battle, depending on how long the battle is, when you're done with the battle, you're just like, okay, where was I?
Yeah.
And then you get into another random battle, and you're just like, am I even making progress?
Yeah. Whereas I have zero sense of direction. I would just be stuck here forever. Just going through all of the battles.
That's actually the next area. So the next area, I never finished. So as a kid, I was just like, fuck this. And I stopped. Because it's a desert, and you have a dehydration meter. And when the meter hits the top, you suffer heat stroke.
Oh, Lord.
And I'm just like, I suck at this. Never mind, I'm going to play something else.
Yeah.
So I'm familiar with what happens in the rest of the game, and I actually went on to play the sequel because I thought it wasn't directly connected. I thought it was similar to, like, an anthology or the Final Fantasy games, to where it's like they're not connected. You can play them in any order you want. No, it literally picks up right where the first one leaves off.
Oh.
So I was just like, I don't understand what the fuck's going on. And there's a reason. Because you're supposed to complete this one first. So much so that because they were both released within a year of each other, there was a password system so you could transfer data.
Oh.
And we're going to do that when we get into Golden Sun: The Lost Age. We're going to transfer our data right into the Lost Age. Don't you run away from me, little Mercury Jenny. Don't you do it. Stand and fight.
He's like, I'm scared.
Mia's like,
uh-oh. You should be able to just dive on it. Mine!
there we go. You felled Mercury Ginny.
Yay.
And you got Spritz.
Just pulls out a giant water bottle. That's for the cat creature level.
Okay. Just organizing my Ginny. Got a new Ginny. Who do I give it to? Oh, by the way, let's heal Mia.
She's like, I'm almost dead. It's totally fine.
Thank you. Full health. Hooray! Ah, shit.
Did you say that there was a game that, like, when a character dies in battle and then you go back to, like, the world map where they're walking, that they're like a little ghost?
Yes, that's Earthbound.
Okay.
And in Dragon Quest, they're in a coffin.
I remembered the coffin, but I couldn't remember if that was like something I said where I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if this happened. And you're like, well, actually, there's a game where they're a ghost.
That's probably the situation. Yeah, in Dragon Quest, like, when someone falls in battle, you're toting around like little coffins.
I love it.
On the overworld.
I love it.
In Earthbound, they're little angels, little ghosts with halos.
Aww.
And you go to the hospital, and it's just like, oh, I can revive them for a nominal fee.
Yeah. I mean, that is the U.S. medical system, so.
Oh, we have Boreas. Boreas is like a big old ice crunching machine.
Oh.
Alright, that's Atalanta. We already saw her. Don't kill them. No, don't kill them. I want to use Boreas. There we go. This is Boreas.
And the ice comes forth. Transformer. Just like, do it.
I just
do
like
it
how
now.
a giant snowball hits and it cranks it up
Yeah.
to spread out the ice. Very cool.
It's dark.
Sure is spooky down here.
I'm scared.
I'm not afraid of those.
I ain't afraid of no ghost.
I ain't afraid of no dirge. Okay. Zigzag up here.
Yeah.
Watch for falling rocks. Do not strike the wall. Rocks may fall. Oh, you mean like this?
Eh.
Uh-oh.
Ah. Gonna have an Indiana Jones. Yeah.
Now, I'm not controlling this, by the way.
Oh, okay.
It's just automatically happening in the cutscene. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da.
Oh, shit.
So when that happens, you hear a loud roar, like, ow! Like, I just imagine, like, the rock fell down, and the monster was just like, son of a bitch!
Like, oh, he's throwing stuff at me.
Jackass! Alright, so we actually have a boss coming up. We're gonna get ourselves all prepped, healed up, Ginny set, throw some herbs down our gullets, because why not? We have plenty.
Hibs.
We'll keep the lucky medals. There's actually a village where we can use those.
Okay.
And this is the Hydra statue.
Did you throw that big rock at me?
Hydros. This is the big water statue. There's always a bigger beastie. Alrighty, so we can use some of our Ginny to get ourselves all prepped up. Corona. Just dish out Corona.
6 feet. 6 feet.
So the interesting thing about boss fights is if you set all your Ginny to like summons, you can use like all summons in the first round and really deal a lot of damage. The counterpoint is, once you're done dealing that damage, you're a sitting duck because you gotta wait for your Ginny to recharge.
Yeah.
So there's boss fights later on where you could be like, I'm just gonna use all my summons in the first round, and you're doing a lot of damage, but then the boss is like, my turn.
Like, okay, you're done? Cool.
And just like you don't have the Ginny skills to like raise your attack, raise your defense. So I always recommend, especially for these later boss battles, to be patient. Use like the resistance spell, the guard spell, the attack spell to boost up your characters so that after you dish out your attack, you can better take the boss's attacks. Because later on, bosses are going to get 2 turns.
Of course they are.
Well, there's actually a Ginny that we can use that gives us 2 turns. We don't have them yet, but they can get us out of quite a pickle later on. Okay, increase the agility. Oh. Went for a ram to me.
I thought he was running away. I was like, where are you going?
No, he was using his head. But I don't want to use my head. And then Mia just sidestepped.
Not today.
I'll just step right off to the right. I'll do it again. I'm not even breaking a sweat.
I don't remember what that's from.
That's just a bilingual where he's talking about if someone's on the football team is charging at me,
okay.
I'll just slide off to the side. I'll do it again.
Yeah.
I'm not even breaking a sweat.
I recognized that. I just couldn't place. My dragon's bigger than your dragon.
I just love how Tiamat like stops for a second. It's just like, hi, I'm gonna cook you now.
Yeah.
Like she properly introduces herself as the mother of dragons.
I am Tiamat. Nice to meet you. You're gonna die. Immediately throws up on them.
Okay, don't use Neptune because Neptune's not going to do that much damage. It's a water statue. Note to self, before battles, I need to just set quartz because that way I can have another Venus Ginny on standby. And again, I have water drops of life, so I don't really need to use the revive. It's just kind of sitting there like, well, can't use this because that'll waste a revive.
Yeah.
So I should set that in between battles. Spritz is nice because it's a party heal. So when you use Spritz, it heals a little bit of everybody.
Okay.
Blue, blue.
Snapchat feels bad for me because I don't get snaps, so like team Snapchats and
Got
some
it.
snaps.
Oh. That's always fun.
I'm like, okay, I don't like that. Stop.
So yeah, someone turned these statues into monsters. Who could it be?
Yeah. I wonder who that was.
Treasure chest.
Something's there. We should break into that treasure chest before we leave.
Yeah, I got the lifting gem.
Now we're gonna steal what's in that treasure chest before we leave. I just, like, it's funny.
What's up?
The, like...
Oh.
They, like,
kind
go
of
in...
looked at me like it was something outside of the game that you were referring to, and I was just like, treasure chest?
No,
Huh?
I'm having a weird moment. I don't know if you've ever like felt like internal exhaustion and you're just like, open your eyes. Keep your eyes open.
That sucks because we both worked today.
I know. I think that's why I'm so tired though.
Makes sense.
Tomatoes, my dear.
There you go. Woot woot. Alright, I'm going to use the Sacred Feather. Because now that we have the lifting gem, I can use the Lift Psynergy. And remember that big old boulder that was blocking the treasure chest in this mine? Mm-hmm. I can use Lift to literally levitate the rock.
And take the chest.
Exactly. But that's also how we free Sue, who's trapped under the boulders.
Okay.
We're going to use Lift to be like, oh,
Go, go, go!
quick, I can't hold it for much longer.
Wow, mister, you're really strong.
Jeepers, mister. I was going for innocence. Great performance, boys. I was deeply moved. See? That's how Lift works. And you got a cookie. Give the cookie to Garrett.
All that work for a cookie.
That's very nice. Uh-huh. What is it?
It's a cookie.
It's a cookie. Shaped like a little Cheep Cheep. But there we go. Eating a cookie increases your P squared.
Yay.
Now I'm going to use Retreat. Because we're done with this dungeon. Retreat's nice. Because it prevents a lot of backtracking. Okay. So now that we have the Lift gem. And this place is no longer flooded. I believe we're done with Altin. Now. We have to go out the back entrance. Which is this way.
I love the hand.
Oh!
Well, because they're not even like lifting like this. They're just like.
Yeah.
Ah.
They're using the side of their palms and they're just like. Whoa, whoa, what's this? I saw it out of the corner of my eye. No, not that one. That one. And we got another vial.
Another cookie.
Very good indeed. And now lift the rock. Remember, spread your legs out. Lift with your legs.
Just because
The
like
hands are like, I don't have any legs.
like I just want them to like.
Yeah. Maybe that would be the difference in the remake. It would be able
Just
to do
the
that
hands.
angle so the hands will go under.
Yeah.
And there's Sue. Nope, not like that.
Just slowly kill her.
Nope. Huh. Okay. Maybe someone in this village will tell us. We're at the Llama Temple.
A llama.
So this is very similar to like the hospital in Earthbound. Those old people will be like, what can I help you with? Revive someone? Remove a curse? Remove poison?
Mm-hmm.
That is very much a product of older RPGs.
Okay.
New RPGs more or less did away with that. To where there's not like a church or someone to charge you to heal and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I think the only RPG that still retains that is the Dragon Quest series.
Okay.
You go to a church and it's just like, you are healed. Would you like to say a prayer? Thanks be to the goddess. Your game is saved.
Okay.
Pray to save your game. Oh boy, I hope my game doesn't freeze.
Yeah. Pretty much.
That's basically what it was like in the old school days. It's just like, hope the game doesn't lock up. I'll say a prayer.
Yeah.
Whereas now I'm just like, it's fine.
Well, now they autosave.
Most of them, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's either a manual save, because Yeez does this. There's an auto save, but there's also like a manual save. This is Master Hama.
The Hama Llama.
Mm-hmm. She is the Hama Llama.
She was like, why'd you all walk in here in single file?
They have proper etiquette. Very nice.
She's like, I am the Hama Llama?
I know why you're here. You come seeking the elemental stars. So yeah, she's a Jupiter adept, just like Ivan. But Ivan does not believe he is a Jupiter adept. Because he's just a little student.
Oh.
He's like, I'm not good. I just know how to read minds.
It's like, I just hold everything.
And she's like, that all it takes to be a Jupiter adept. You've already qualified. think it'd be funny if she was like, excellent question. What a good-looking question. And then just doesn't answer.
Yep.
That's a good-looking question. So it doesn't outright state it, but there is some like shared history between Ivan and Master Hama.
Okay.
So like we don't know if they're related, if that's his mumsies.
He wouldn't know that that's his mom.
No, he doesn't know his origins. He's been raised by Master Hammett as an apprentice. So there's a chance she's just like an ancestor.
Mm-hmm.
But because he's a Jupiter adept, she's going to teach us Reveal. Now, Reveal is a synergy that, like, reveals secrets in a room. So any room you can use Reveal and be like, hey, there's a treasure chest that wasn't there before. Mm-hmm. How about that? We need that to traverse the desert, because the desert is full of mirages, because of course it is. We use Reveal to see the truth in the desert.
Makes sense.
I sucked at this as a child. I was not good at this upcoming part. A little bit of foreshadowing, though. I do a lot better.
Okay.
In this run. Probably helps that I had the Prima Strategy Guide with me.
You know.
Alright, so yes. Teach us Reveal. So the way the Lamakan Desert is going to work is there are mirages and the heat is beating down on you, giving you heat stroke. Some of the sand pits reveal watering holes.
Okay.
They can go in to cool off. Other sand pits reveal antlions. Antlions are some of the hardest enemies in the game. They are brutal. You don't want to run into them.
Okay.
So the key is to like consistently use Reveal to be like, what's this sand pit?
Yeah.
What are you doing there, little fella? Because you can avoid the antlions. But if you use it and you're too close, the antlions will be like, I'm gonna get you.
Mine.
Yeah. We know what a mirage is, and she's explaining basically how the desert's gonna work.
Yeah.
Seek out the oases. Oasis?
Oasis?
Is that the same plural? Is it like deer? Because like singular is oasis.
I think so.
Plural, is it still oasis
Maybe
or oases?
It might be oases.
Oases.
But I know it's not oases.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, I would definitely say throughout the whole game that's one of the things that I don't really like is how much they talk. I'm like,
They do talk a lot.
there's so much dialogue.
Mm-hmm. Hey, it's Mizu, Shizu, Fizi. That's the one. She didn't really leave an impression.
Mitsubishi.
That's right. She was with us throughout the whole journey, in spirit.
Yep.
I was supporting you from afar when you took on the Hydra statue.
Rooting you along.
Sending my prayers.
Thoughts and prayers. Okay.
I think she's also linked to Master Hama as well. I mean, they both have purple hair.
Yeah, I would just assume that all of the elemental people are connected in some way in the game. You're my long lost brother.
See, all of that makes sense except for the Mars Adepts. Because the Mars Adepts are Satoru's minority. They're the only one that's like an entirely different race. Like they have reptilian skin, they have pointed ears. Whereas, at least the way the game's building it up, Garrett's a Mars Adept. I don't see no scaly skin. That would be cool is that as he gets more Ginny, like he starts growing scales.
It's like, whoa!
He's like, because like there's a game that does that to where like as you gradually get more powers, they gain more like physical differences and like they lose the ability to speak, they lose the ability to touch, but they gain more like ethereal abilities.
Yeah. I think that's neat.
See, the game's kind of hinting it's just like, hey, Do you two know each other? No, but she seems familiar. Whereas Garrett's just like, God, Felix and the others have like a 3-day head start. Ivan's having this crisis about like where I belong.
Yeah.
Is this my family? And Garrett's like, son of a bitch, they're ahead of us
falling
for 3
behind.
days. We're lagging behind. But he's just like, whatever Isaac decides. So you can be like, I'll help out and free Jesus. Or you could also be like, no, we're running behind. Let's just go right to the desert.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm going to help Jesus. I mean, I feel bad for someone trapped under a boulder. So that's what we're going to do in the next episode.